Hey Taurus, your December tarot reading is ready. I'm Eleanor. Welcome to Pink Pearl Tarot. I have your theme with your week-to-week forecast, your career in finance, love, and then at the end I'm going to pull a bonus message from the Flower Petals deck. Your theme for December is structural support. So this is a month to focus on your foundation in every area of your life. What holds you up? What are you building on? What are you planting in? Is it truly supportive, or do you sometimes feel like you can't fully trust it and you're always carrying just a little bit more than you could if you could completely unpack? So we're looking too at basic needs like safety in your space and in your relationships. So like it's not a main energy focus. It's more on the pillars that support your main energy and your main character stuff. So week one, you have the Empress with the King of Goblets, already very abundant and emotionally supported. You're really feeling into that safety on all levels and feeling free to be yourself and to show/share your heart. There's a sense of recognition of love not being a finite resource and then accessing the endless source of it, kind of like a mountain spring from within your soul. It's the kind of self-actualization, honestly, that is only possible when all of the layers underneath are in integrity, kind of like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And it's saying that you are safe to feel your emotions. And you could be feeling especially confident in your appearance right now. You could be getting some romantic attention. You could be squaring away finances or like nesting your space to feel more supportive of your emotional peace. Now, week two, you have the Valet of Goblets with the Three of Pentacles. Some of you might be teachers or work with kids in some way, but there's something here about creating a structure for self-exploration, or it could be being emotionally driven to pursue a certain line of work, or it's like the thing that you first ever wanted to be when you grew up, your first instinct, because this can be inner child stuff if it's not actual children in your environment. The Three of Pentacles is laying building blocks or assembling a scaffold on which you will continue to flesh something out. And this is oddly specific for someone, but you might be furnishing your altar if you're a baby witch. Or like building a playground for others, like literally or metaphorically in your it's like under the umbrella of structural support. This represents framing out something that physically supports, or it funds, or it produces joy, magic, wonder, openness, and curiosity. Now, week three, you have the Queen of Goblets with the Queen of Wands. Queens everywhere. I am loving all of this royal energy. You also have two kings. So these are your fire and water elements taking up full sovereignty and reign in your life. Emotionally driven and heart focused. You almost have the full cups court here, actually, with except for the Knight, which tells me that it is not flimsy, it's not wishy-washy or changeable. It is solid and safe, and it's dependable. It's maintained through your excellent self-care and your mental health supporting habits. So structural support in this sense is what you are fueling your inner world with. What media are you consuming? What energy expenditures are you agreeing to and prioritizing? And do they give you back as much as they take? And there's also a sense of glow up energy when you decide to start nurturing yourself. I'm reminded of a meme that I just saw. I don't remember the exact wording of it, but it essentially says, I cannot hate myself into creating a version of myself that I love, or I will love. So it's like you're loving yourself into the best version of yourself because you deserve it, because you love yourself enough to do so. Now, week four, you have the King of Wands with the Five of Wands. So being so visibly powerful, it could invite, or I should say awaken, some of the competitive nature in others. But the King of Wands, he towers formidably over these almost childish energies of like chest beating and puffery. You're the real deal, and their energy is no match or threat to yours. And this is something going on in them that cannot unseat you unless you let it. And also here, though, it is still accepting and rising to challenges too, because it is in overcoming challenges or getting comfortable confronting discomfort that we stay strong and we grow and be the king here. So this actually, it feels for some of you like being in a place of judging others that are in competition with each other, kind of like judging a cooking show or a tournament. Others might be like, other people could be battling out in order to gain your favor or your attention. Now for career and finance, you have the Six of Cups with the Fool, and this feels very tied to that second week of wanting to recapture something warm and comforting from your past, your original dream for your life. Now Fool energy doesn't worry too much about structural support. It's definitely a winging it energy, starting from exactly where you are as you are with what you got. And the structure is within, sort of, but it's also built and found along the way. Kind of like the way Dorothy first picks up the Scarecrow and then later on the Tin Man. It's like just that connection, that little pod gets built on the path, not before she sets out, right? So it's trusting the structural support of the universe and its benevolence with the Six of Cups. It doesn't have to be something that's careless, if that's how that sounds to you, because it also represents fresh starts and new beginnings. But in this case, it's one that is born from something dear to you from your past. Now for love, you have the Wheel of Fortune with the Four of Wands. So change is coming, and it is change towards more stability. And structural support in this context is community and family. And there are plot twists that are possible under Wheel of Fortune energy and marriage under the Four of Wands energy. But another possibility with this combination is that you and another are being each other's structural support in a chaotic time. You're finding shelter from the storm in this connection. It actually reminds me of that old song. Was it a Bob Dylan song? I don't know. Shelter from the Storm. I'm old. I think that's even before my time though. But it also represents forces outside of your control and learning the patterns and cycles by which they operate so that you can ride them instead of fighting against them towards a successful union. So there is some divine timing involved here, Taurus. So that's what I have for you in your main reading, and I'm just going to pull your December bonus message. Let's see, it's taken a while. Okay. You have Iris. Spread your creative wings and take flight. You have that right here with the Fool. You have that with the Empress. Beautiful, beautiful, Taurus. Have a wonderful rest of the year, and I'll talk to you next time. Thank you.